It could just be this phone thing, but let me just. Did that work? Did it unmute there? Huh. Could just be this phone. It might just be this phone. What are you doing, phone? Literally, it was just working on a different stream just a second ago. I don't know why it's not working now. Either that or the audio is just not there. We'll see in a second though. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, I don't know why the audio never works on my stream particularly. It's not because it was these headphones was working with another stream, but on my stream it's just like, no, we're not gonna play your audio. That's so dumb. It makes no sense. Why does technology do this? It doesn't really matter. I could just use the other phone, but it's just a mild inconvenience. And it's still not showing the screen. Wait, no, don't. I don't wanna accidentally click forward. There, I want this to be out of the way. And I can move this keyboard out of the way. There we go. That should do it. Now stream is ready. I should maybe turn the music in the background's a little bit too loud now. Meaning it's overpowering the game music. The in-game music. That's just for if there's like quietness. Hey Mandy! Welcome to the stream. How you doing? As you can see, again, I'm playing... Something just fell. I'm playing Cabin Fever while we wait for the new Genshin Impact update 3.2, and then I'm gonna wish for Nahida. As you can see, there's again a stream in the corner there that's counting down to the update. Oh, it came sooner though, so we might be starting that within an hour and a half. I'm good. One thing I forgot to do is move my cot to where I can sit at a good posture, so I'm not. Oh, the charger. Just it's a little weird. Just make sure it is charging. I can't tell. It doesn't seem like it's charging. Honestly, it doesn't really need charge. It's at 99%. But I don't want to just not use the cord. And hey, Purple, welcome to the stream. How are you? Debating whether I should unplug, but most of my phones are like fully charged, so it doesn't matter. Let me just move this to where now it's counted as it's plugged in, I believe. That way it stays fully charged, and then I don't have to plug it in if it starts dying. Yeah, Cabin Fever again. That's good, you're good. Okay, let's continue. So I don't remember if this is where we left off, or if I just forgot to save where we left off, but I do remember, I don't remember anything happening past this point, so I think we might have stopped here because Genshin might have came back, so I ended up correctly. She held the plate out, showing me a stack of fluffy golden waffles. They smelled amazing, fruity and sweet, flecked and red with drizzled maple syrup. Man, imagining being able to have waffles, or yeah, syrup, or really anything. I really wish I could have that kind of food, but I can't. At least I'm pretty sure I can't. I haven't risked it. My mouth is watering. I never knew that was an actual thing that happened in mouths. Yeah, I always see it in like cartoons and movies, but like no, I've never seen anyone like their mouth water from seeing something so delicious. Except maybe it's like saliva building up. I don't know. Especially if you see some dishes. I don't know how that works. Yeah, I've never had strawberry waffles. That sounds good.
Tell me once you taste them, but I think I may have outdone myself this time. The only thing I did make from scratch is the syrup.
I think the music is a little bit... No. The music is a little bit loud compared to Mallory. Well, I would... That's okay, I made the syrup from scratch. Oh, nice.
Wait, you did?
Oh, I did? Wait, what? I nodded. Oh, wait. That's funny. There are tons of maple trees around here. I harvest the sap at the end of each winter. Ah. Hey, Urza! Welcome to the stream. I'm playing a game called Cabin Fever. It's a visual novel. It's a cute game. I'm playing this while I wait for Genshin 3.2. Are you excited for Nahida? She's coming soon, 2 hours, as the timer up there says in that person's stream. I know I'm excited for Nahida. Right now, as of the end of 3.1, I have 147 wishes. That's like plenty, so that gives me, if I win the 50-50, I'll almost have, and if I win the 50-50 early, I might almost have enough for already a guaranteed next 5-star, like Hotel C1. Close to a guaranteed, because you need 150 for soft pity guaranteed, and you need 180 for like hard pity guaranteed. Yeah, there's a purple. It's pretty simple. I drill small holes into the trees and insert what's called a spile or a spiel. There's like a spout. The sap drains out there into a bucket. That sounds dirty, but I assume he has something to cleanse it in a way. When I have enough to fill a pot, I essentially boil it down until it's mostly evaporated. Then it's syrup. Okay, I guess that probably gets all the toxins or bacteria away or whatever from the tree. And it's syrup, and the best part is it keeps forever, so I can just store it in glass jars in my pantry. Sounds like a nice way to make the syrup. We would just buy it from the store. And most people do who live in the city. Well, I had never looked happier or more amazed or more beautiful, I'll say.
That sounds like some kind of fairy magic.
Yeah. I laughed. Yeah, I did laugh. The real magic is your cooking. This looks incredible. Although, do you mind taking downstairs so we can eat there? I like to get dressed, and well, I looked down at herself and the way she was straddling me, and her face turned bright red quite rapidly. She scrambled to get off me, literally dropping a plate of waffles in her flustered state. Yeah, you're still on top of me right now, Mallory.
I'll do that now. Sorry. See you downstairs.
A little too close to an virus. Oh yeah, and this game is like taking place in like a similar era that we're in right now with the virus going around. Although I think it might be even worse in this game. Well, at least worse than it is currently now. And she's a little too close for comfort. For virus reasons. I would be fine with it otherwise. Because she's really cute. Without making contact, she raced down the stairs. There came the sound of cutlery being fumbled within the kitchen below. I dragged my hand down my face, equal parts amused, exasperated, and happy. She is so cute. Better by the breakfast? Wow, it's like so close to getting achievement last time. Huh. It's just that stream that's in the corner is like a little lagging a little bit. It might be because I'm playing the game at the same time and streaming. But that's okay, as long as the timer doesn't stop like it did last time I did this kind of stream, then it's fine with me. As long as my stream isn't having bad frame rates, then it's okay. That was as many frames to... That's why that's why this game's kind of good to play on this laptop, because I'm playing on my crappiest laptop right now. After breakfast, Mother was quick to scoop up my plate and cutlery. I offered to help, but she said she would do them herself. Seems like it's raining outside. By now, I learned that there was no arguing with her. Not because she was particularly stubborn, but because I caved to the slightest pushback. This sounds like me. She made me weak. But like in a nice way. Or like Xiao would say, weak. Pathetic. Worthless. I just think it's funny whenever I'm in co-op with someone playing Xiao and I start losing health and Zutao, and Xiao just says weak. Everyone else is like, here, I'll help. Back off. I'll take care of it. That's everyone else. Meanwhile, Xiao, weak. I wonder if Sino has a similar line with when a character's at low HP. I don't have him and I can't check, but I imagine he'd probably say something. I'm currently working on everything you need to know about Luna the Pirate Fox. Ah, that's cool. Speaking of that, I was actually working on what I've been writing as well. Was doing that while Genshin was updating and I was watching somebody else. And it wasn't time for me to stream yet. Because there wasn't a humble one yet. So while she cleaned up, I walked to the window overlooking the garden. The skies were dark and dreary, far more ominous this morning than before. The ground glistened and I could see like little puddles on the path leading up to the door. They rippled as a gust of wind rushed past. Guess it's another day indoors. Another day indoors. Look how glum that weather is. I glanced at Mallory back in the kitchen. She took a look through the window, making a little pouty face. Also, clouds like this means we're not getting any solar, so we're relying on what's stored in the battery bank for now. We should limit how much electricity we use today. Oh yeah, this guy, he uses he uses solar panels to power his energy. His electricity.
Okay, I'll be extra careful.
Okay, good. I turned back to the window and pressed my hand against it. The glass was cold, much colder than usual. If it was gonna rain almost all day and be chilly, I should bring some extra wood for the fire. 30 plus pieces should do. Yeah, it's been getting kind of chilly lately too, although it's like only like in the 50s right now, and it was warmer earlier. In fact, I'm almost done with it. Ah, cool. And speaking of that, there's ReZero Storm I'm writing. There's like only 6-7 episodes left until I should be done with it. Though that depends how much the original series writes, because I'm basing off of that. But I might have to skip a bunch of stuff that they did. Not that anyone here is able to read my stories that I can talk about. But yeah. 30 pieces should do for the wood. Then I stole another glance back to Mallory. Mallory in her threadbare sweater dress. So thin and so short. Better make it 50 pieces, I told my brain. My brain agreed. Outside, the rain was really coming down. I kept close to the edge of the cabin, sneaking along under what cover there was on my way to the woodshed. The ground was too much muddy to use the wheelbarrow, so I figured I'd have to make more than one trip. I don't like that we're going outside in this rain. Easy way to get sick. Hopefully he at least brought an umbrella. I gathered up a big armload of firewood and brought it back to the cabin. I repeated this process, getting wetter and colder as I went. Yeah, exactly. This is a problem. Oh no. On my last trip to the woodshed, it occurred to me that I would never have bothered with this much effort if it were only myself in the cabin. I would have made it do with a few logs already inside, wrap myself in blankets, and if it came to, suffer to the cold. I would have. I definitely would have preferred getting something to make myself warm. The Mallory deserved better than that. I was gonna say, did the stream over there freeze? It did for a second, but it's all good. I think I deserve better than that. In fact, I was almost done with it, but you already knew what I was trying to say. Yeah, I could pretty much guess what people mean if they misspell. Like Purple does that a lot too. He misspells them. I just guess what that was supposed to say. I make spelling mistakes like that also, so I know the feel. After bringing all the wood inside, I laid it out on a towel beside the fireplace. I was inspecting the logs for bugs. I didn't want any creepy hitching a ride inside my home. Although if I do make a spelling mistake, I always correct it anyways, even though I'm sure the streamer I'm watching also can guess it. But you never know. Sometimes it might not. Depends on, yeah. Do you want to see people hitching right inside my home? Mm-hmm, definitely. And don't want to speak spooky, scary, doors. Once that task was done, I arranged a couple logs along with some kindling and got a little fire going in the fireplace. I sat there for a few minutes, stalking the flames while the wood hissed and popped. Soon the whole living room was toasty. Nice and toasty. Love it when it's nice and toasty. In fact, I'm a little bit cold also. I should turn my heat on in it if it gets a little too cold. I had the air on because it was getting too warm in here earlier though. Mallory appeared at my side and sat down. She leaned towards the fire, its orange glow warming her face. I caught myself staring at her and slapped my hand against my thighs. Well, I better make use of this time and get some work done on my computer.
Doesn't that use up the electricity?
The computer only draws around 250 watts. A couple of hours won't make that much of a difference. That sounds like a lot, but okay. No, I don't know anything about watts. Like, what's that? I mean, I kind of know what it is, but... Mallory stayed by the fire while I went to the desk and booted up my computer. The sound of the drizzling rain outside and the crackling fire in the fireplace soothed me as I settled in my chair. Yeah, that must be soothing. It would be nice if they had some actual, sound effects to go with that. I could live like this forever, I thought. I know, right? This would be nice, especially because he has Wi-Fi. I would love a place like this, but with Wi-Fi. Although I've mentioned it before, but I'd hate to be living here alone, or even like with one other person, because that one other person might leave for work, and I don't like being home alone and away from someone that could help me in a case of an emergency. But yeah, otherwise I could live like this forever. The peaceful atmosphere was interrupted by an annoying cascade of chimes from my email. I took a peek at my inbox and saw more spam, of course. Read the spam, be able to be entertaining. I think I read it last time too. I opened up the first of the sketchy forwards. Wow, more new cures for the virus discovered. This says, miraculous cure found. Dihydrogen monoxide combined with pink sodium chloride will save your life. Click how to learn. Yeah, I know, that link is definitely staying blue. And this other one has more emojis than actual words. Mara laughed.
You never know. One of those headlines might turn out to be true someday.
Well, let's hope so. Yeah, I know it. What's that? Oh, Mallory, you're such an optimist. I try to be optimistic too. But when it comes to my health, I'm not too optimistic. Though I can't say I'm exactly pessimistic either, because I'm not getting worse, I'm just not getting better. So it's like, I'm in a medium right now. I'm a stalemate. I rolled my eyes playfully. Without thinking about it more than that, I deleted both those emails. And I spent a few minutes checking some websites that were part of my daily routine. Sites for tech news, world news, and weather. Like Twitter. For me, it'd be like Twitter, to see if there's any Genshin rumors, and or like new chapters of ReZero coming out, or translated, or the ReZero Japanese site, which there hasn't been one. There wasn't one today, which I was hoping for. And also check Discord, or I check Twitch. Those are like my daily routine stuff to check, and it's because there anybody live that I should start watching right away. Although I don't watch too many people these days. There's like very few streamers I'll like actually go to their streams and watch. I already read that. A random ad for amazing delivery services reminded me about the first aid kit that I needed to replace. I decided I might as well grab some painkillers too. Since there had only been a handful left in the bottle when Mallory had asked for the one on her leg. She seemed much better now, but still, it was good to have things like that on hand. You never know when a headache might strike or a joint might get sprained. It's true. I ordered the new first aid kit and aspirin, and then something else caught my eye. It was a type of ad I never usually get, and certainly never pay mind to you, but for some reason I did this time. Oh, thanks for the hydrate, Mandy. I was just thinking that too, that I probably should hydrate after that much talking. It was just a basic advertisement peddling some chintzy jewelry, but something compelled me to take a closer look. After clicking through, I was presented with an image of a stunning silver ring in the shape of a bow. In the shape of a bow? The color and sparkle immediately reminded me of Mallory. I wanted to buy it. Wait, hold on. For her. Well, hold on. Hang on. I mean, I don't disagree, but hold on. The next thing I knew, the order had been placed and the message appeared letting me know that all 3 of my purchased items would be arriving via drone drop within the next few days. The whole order plus delivery fees was ridiculously expensive, but what else was I going to spend my money on? I leaned back in my chair, a little bit in disbelief of myself. I looked over at Mallory sitting in the living room. She had the old basket of clothing set beside her, with a little pile of things neatly refolded beside it. So, this guy's getting a... Is he doing what I think he's gonna do? Or he just thinks, oh, I think it'd be nice on her. It's not like he's wanting to do a word that ends with bells chiming, if you know what I mean. I already read that. Her head was bent low over some garment in her lap, but her fingers working away. I realized then that she was using a needle and thread, sewing up holes and fastening buttons back where they belonged. And careful that you don't poke your finger with that. And before that's what she's about to do. I forgot about the work I'd wanted to get done. I got up on my seat and wandered over to look more closely at what she was doing. That's gonna make her end up poking herself by accident. Are you mending my clothes? She brightened.
Yes, those ones are already done, and these ones here are still in progress.
Okay, I'm just waiting. I feel like something bad's eventually gonna happen. Oops. I see that Tower of Fantasy over there. Are they gonna switch to Tower of Fantasy? Or are they... I thought they was gonna... For a second I thought they were going to Genshin. And maybe they are. They accidentally looked at the Tower of Fantasy one. I don't know. They're probably talking to their viewers and stuff. But I have it muted since, you know, it's not. Because I'm streaming too. Oh well. I didn't even know you'd been working on this.
Well, normally I work on it before I go to sleep or when I first wake up. I find it sort of meditative.
Why is the music still so loud compared to her? Okay, that's a little low. So she does it like when I'm like really early and really late, so I didn't notice that too. You know you don't have to do all these things for me.
I like keeping busy, and I like being helpful.
Aww.
Really, you've been so generous and kind taking me in like this. I just want to do everything I can to help you.
Aw, you're so sweet. She kept working while she talked. So sweet and matter of fact. I smiled and suddenly really didn't want to bother with work. I just wanted to hang out with her. You know, I don't think I'm in the right headspace for work today. Luckily, I don't have any looming deadlines, so maybe I'll take today off. I don't even know what he does for work. I done forgot if he ever mentioned it. We could just sit and enjoy the fire together. Maybe we could play a board game? Marla looked up at me in surprise.
Oh, I love games. What do you have in mind?
I wonder what does he have in mind. I have a few board games in my mind I'd think of playing. I searched my memory. What two-player games did I have kicking around? Most of the board games left in cabinet were more than a decade old. My laptop's dying over here. Better plug it in. It needs to be on so I can see when Genshin restarts. Oh, yep, they did switch to Tower Fantasy. I was thinking of streaming Tower Fantasy instead, but I'm like, well, last time I was waiting on Genshin, the new update, I played Cabin Fever, so I figured I'd do this. Plus, like I said, I was taking a break from Tower Fantasy because it keeps leveling me up too fast and things are getting too hard. Who is he playing? Why does that look like Amber? I can't tell what character that is. Maybe that's his own character model. Or like, the one he made. It looks like one of the, like a playable character though. And it seriously just looks like Amber. Anyways. Used to play with my family when we were vaccinated, and many of them were probably missing cards and pieces. I have a bunch of board games. I have like Sorry, I have Monopoly, I have Trouble, Chutes and Ladders. Probably more than that I can't think of. Oh yeah, Candyland. All games that I've played, and board games, a lot of them I've had since I was a kid. And my mom kept them the whole time, so I think it's what me and my mom used to play them a little bit more often, but lately, not so much. How about chess? Do you know how to play? Oh yeah, chess is another good one. I don't think I have a chess set though. Yeah, no, we don't have chess. I could get chess on my computer though, if I really wanted to play. Surely, speaking of, Tower Fantasy, oh no. Surely chess out on the game shelf would be still intact. And those are the pieces we throw to get some use after all these years. Ah, yeah, I bet.
Yes. I used to play with my sister sometimes. I'm probably not very good at it.
You know, neither am I. Huh, that's okay, neither am I. I'll grab the game, meet me at the table, okay? I love when I basically say what they're about to say. I went to retrieve the chess set. Just what I remembered. I unearthed the box and was dusting it off with my sleeve when I heard Mallory make a little noise. That's funny, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, oh no. I turned to check on her. She was still sitting on the floor beside the fireplace, rendering clothing strewn about. Did she poke herself? Did she poke her finger with the... What's wrong? She raised her hand up to her lips and began biting her nail. Oh, okay, good, okay. Got me worried, Mallory. Her words brought back a familiar phrase that she said the night we met. I chuckled and reached my hand out to her. Well, at least it's only asleep, not caught in a trap this time. Yeah. I know that feeling. My leg falling asleep the way I'm sitting. She smiled and accepted my hand to lift her up. Funny how I didn't even think twice about it anymore. Should definitely wash our hands just in case. White or black? We set the board out on the table and started setting up the pieces.
Wait, please.
That makes sense. Your hair's white, so I'll take black. I sat down on the black side of the board and finished arranging my pieces. Note that Mallory was examining the box with pursed lips. Which reminds me, my mom got us new headphones recently. The store only had like a white and a black one. I picked the white one. Just because it's easier to find, and I don't know, I guess maybe it was destiny because I like Mallory. And she's got like white, pinkish hair. Yep. Are you missing a piece?
Looks that way. I don't mind subbing in a salt shaker or something else to play with.
Salt shaker. A salt shaker, yeah, I guess that'll work. It's the same size, same shape. No way, we should play with real pieces. She gave me a look. it was sort of dismissive, sort of disheartening. But what I meant is, what I'd said is I meant what I'd said. I knew how to cheer her up. Seriously, I can make you a proper chess piece, and I can make it look however you like. Wait, I'm just gonna make a piece? That's cute, yeah. Naruto stared at me, one eyebrow a little higher than the other.
How?
Yeah, how? Good question. I held one finger and headed towards my computer desk. Am I gonna print a piece? Remember the gauze with the cute potato pattern on it? I printed that out with my 3D printer, see? Oh wow. I took out the equipment and hooked it up to my... I remember seeing, maybe not a 3D printer, give me a quick over, because I did, in like a science class in high school, we did something that like, we was able to make the shape of stuff. I don't think I figured it out much. But other people's like creating stuff. I don't remember anything besides that though, other than somehow we was creating things with something. I'm bad at explaining because it's a very vague memory. Okay. This is just a small one, but it's very useful and it's quite simple. I just plug in the USB cable to my computer, then use a program to tell what the printer to make.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm missing the queen. Can it make that piece?
Sure. I let out a theatrical laugh, throwing my head back as I did so. This baby can make anything your heart's desires. Ask and you shall receive. She grabbed the chin while she thought. What was that?
I desire a cat.
Aww. A cat queen? Neko queen. He's perfect. I'm a Neko, so I should make myself a Neko king because I am also a Neko. In fact, I am still wearing my quote unquote Halloween costume, although I didn't get this for Halloween. I just wanted to be a cat. I have cat ears and tail on right now. I mean, I usually do because I'm a Neko. I wear this all the time. Definitely didn't just put it on because Halloween. And now I just don't want to take it back off. Yeah, that works.
Can I watch?
Sure. The enthusiasm she showed left no room for arguments. I loaded up off my software to search for cat and picked out a cute figurine. I set it up to print and let Mallory press the very last OK button to get the process started. Several indicator lights on the 3D printer flashed as it got to work. It started to hum and whir.
It's like something out of science fiction.
Also, this is what it looks like. Yeah. Mallory tilted her head to get a better look at the printer. She stood up to lean over it and watched the cat being formed from above. Purple. Oh god, Tower Fantasy, those sandworms. I always avoid them. They're a bit 3 spoopy 5 me. Yeah. Okay, it's 8:33. I will stop meowing at 8:38 unless I forget. Halfway through. Mallory tilted her head to get a better look at the... I'd already read that, yeah. The angle exposed to that. I tried not to look, unsure if she was aware of what her positioning was putting on display now. I'd rather assume it was a mistake and not take advantage of it, no matter how... yeah. We were both quiet as we waited. Level after level, the cat queen built upon itself now, and about 4 minutes later we had a replacement chess piece. The Neko queen, yeah? I removed the piece from the printer, handed it to Mallory, and watched her expression turn from amazement to joy, yeah?
It's perfect.
It's perfect? It sure is perfect, just like you, huh? I mean... And what's the only thing? Same mindset. Same mindset, yeah. We sat down to play, and the conversation came so easily. We shared what we knew about chess, how we each learned to play, and how the game itself dated back to the 15th century, and how these days most people played it online. I definitely played it on the computer, yeah. That's all I've played it on lately, yeah. We talked about Deep Blue, whatever that is, the first computer to beat a world chess champion, yeah? And the conversation turned to other random things that made us laugh, yeah? Little anecdotes from childhood, questions we had about the universe, yeah? It turned into one of those days where time just passed you by, impossible to notice. Didn't need the nya there, I put the nya and then, yeah. Until Mallory sat up straight while I was contemplating my options, pointing urgently, nya.
Hey, look! There! The clouds are breaking.
Oh, they are, nya? Yeah, an hour and a half left until Nahida's here. Maybe less, but yeah. Oh, he's probably also one. Nya. No, I'm not falling for that. You just want me to turn my back so you can move the pieces around, you chick. So you, I believe her, nya. I just got her shaking my leg and she laughed. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have believed her. I think she was trying to.
No, seriously.
Okay.
Look, the sun is shining over there.
Here comes the sun. Doo 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 doo, nya.
Can't we go outside to look at it?
I just in my seat. Through the window, I could see the great gray sky there over the mountains, a glowing crack, shedding golden sunbeams down onto the land. Wow. Okay, yeah, good idea. And I know a perfect viewing spot. We should finish this game of chess first. I hate to leave a game unfinished. Mallory briefly hopped off her chair and took my hand in hers, yeah? Outside, the air was damp. We walked together there around the side of the house to the ladder I'd used the other day, yeah? I climbed up first, then turned to help Mallory up the last ladder, rung over the edge of the roof. Her hands felt so little and fragile in mine, yeah? Watch your step, it's still wet and might be slippery. Luckily, the ridges help give traction, yeah? Let me change the way I'm sitting. Just slightly. Yeah? Oh, I didn't read that, did I? And I held her, yeah? The sun was on its way down, and I could tell the sunset was going to be incredible, yeah? What do you think? Pretty good spot to watch the sunset, isn't it, yeah? Mallory took a few steps forward, leaving my hands empty. I shoved them into my pockets. Okay, just leave me hanging, yeah? For a moment, everything was quiet. I scanned the world around me and saw gray clouds streaking down into the distance, yeah? Trees in heavy shadow with their tips lit up by the... I was like, wait, tree lips? What? Trees don't have lips, yeah? The tips lit up by the sinking sun, the ruins of the city, nestled in the thriving landscape, and her, yeah? She let out a long, careful sigh, turning slightly to look back in my direction, yeah?
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
I know you are. Okay, maybe not the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, but in this game, the most beautiful thing I've seen. A cold wind blew past, catching her shining platinum hair and setting a few strands dancing around her head. There was something mournful in her tone, and it made my heart ache.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
I'm sorry, he didn't say something similar to me that time.
This.
You're welcome, yeah? I stared at her, wondering why she sounded so sad, yet also understanding that her sadness was the same as mine, yeah? God, she was beautiful. Yeah, honestly, she reminds me of like Amelia from ReZero, but you know, cuter and more my type. Then again, I don't think she's that much different from Amelia in terms of. Well, I think Amelia's more what's the word for it? Something that I'm being right now because I can't think of the word. I stared and stared. I didn't know how long I'd lived so long without her. Something changed up there on the roof. I came back to myself and a strong, cold gust rushed past me and I realized the sun had dipped beneath the horizon. I spent the whole time watching Mallory instead of watching the sunset. I mean, I think Mallory is the better view here. Oh look, the person over there is doing wishes. Tower Fantasy. Oh, he's doing just standard wishes. I wonder if if he's going for. I was about to say Nahida, but Ruby. He's like Ruby looks so much like Nahida. I almost got confused there for a second.
It happened so quick.
That's what I'm thinking too, Mallory. Yeah, it did. See, he's got the same mindset as me. Mallory had her arms wrapped around herself. I saw goosebumps on her legs, a little shivering in her shoulders. I don't know about you, but I'm freezing. Shall we go back in?
I
What?
I never paid attention.
By the way, the is over, so I don't have to now.
I never cared.
Yeah, me neither. She was so sad. I wanted to make it stop for her, but I didn't know how. Maybe the most beautiful things are beautiful because they are fleeting. You have to appreciate them while they're there. Ah, that's so true. But hey, there'll be another sunset tomorrow. That reminds me of something Nilu says when it starts raining. She'll say, "Ah, it's raining, but that's okay because the sun will come back even brighter after." And I think that's so cute. Nilu is so cute. She's definitely one of my favorite girls now. One of my top 10 now. It's getting dark now. I felt a few raindrops and the air felt heavy and sharp. And it wasn't just because of the atmosphere. It's because of, it's starting to rain again. Come on, let's go in. Yeah, Mandy. Definitely. Mallory turned slowly, nodding, not looking me in the eye. I honestly have trouble looking people in the eye, too. That's not the problem with what's going on, but yeah. After you. Her head was bowed and she moved so gently, but I couldn't tell if it was because she was sad or because she was nervous. Help her off the roof. Let me help you down. I offered my hand. She grasped it firmly and shuffled towards the edge of the roof, turning around. This is gonna backfire, I just know. We gotta make sure we wash our hands after this. Oh, they're customizing their character right now. You can do that within the game? I always thought you had to, like, leave, exit the game and start. They got. I need to play. I just remembered a reason to play Tower of Fantasy. Not now, but sometime. I need to finish the current Archon quest in Tower of Fantasy, so I can get the Mia that goes with us everywhere. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Before I stream Genshin afterwards.
Thank you. You're like my own personal guardian. I feel like you'd never let anything bad happen to me.
That's true. I'll never let anything bad happen to you
Not
ever.
if you could help it anyway.
Yeah, of course. Of course, I care about your well-being. She smiled at me, and we carefully made our way back inside the house. The fire had burned low, but inside the cabin was warm and inviting. I felt a strange sense of calm.
It's so nice in here. I didn't realize how cold I was.
Yeah. I nodded, resisting the urge to remind her about the jacket I'd offer every time we went through the door. I could tell she was in the mood for me to poke fun at her. It was getting late. My stomach ached for something to eat. And I was sure she needed something too. How about I heat something up from the freezer? And while we're waiting, we can have tea. It's my turn to make it this time.
That sounds nice.
Speaking of, let me go do a little check over here. Yeah, it does sound nice. Still in maintenance? Okay. I had to check Genshin real quick. She settled herself by the fire, gazing into the glowing embers. She seemed a million miles away in her head. Alright, yeah. Do they got their Mia with them right now? I wonder if Mia stays by your side while you're fighting in that. The stream's lagging a little bit over there, but it's okay. I made my way over to the kitchen and filled up the kettle. I took out a container of stew and began the process of thawing it into the stove. I searched through my pantry for a particular jar of loose leaf tea, something I'd wanted her to try, and I waited for the water to boil. When the tea was made, I poured Mallory's drink into a tacky cat mug my mother had bought at a yard sale once upon a time. Oh, if I had a cat mug, I'd be using that all the time. If I drank things that go into cups. I always just put Pedialyte in a bottle. I don't want any, I want it to stay fresh and don't want, yeah. I don't want to spill it. I'm a little bit clumsy. I might spill it if it's not in a bottle.
Oh,
Though I would use a mug if I was like drinking like hot cocoa. Yeah, it is super cute. I thought you might like it. I sat by her on the couch. The rain was coming down again, drumming hard on the window. Yeah, same here. Yep. And drumming hard on the window. We sat just listening, sipping our tea.
This tea is super yummy. Where did you get it from?
Good question. Where did I get it from? Phew, I was hoping you'd say that. I actually made it myself. It's like, yes, you've activated my trap card. I can now tell you all about about how I make my own tea, just like I make my own syrup and make my own everything. If you don't like it, I probably would have told you it was a free sample that came in the mail or something.
You really made it? Like you grew it in your fish garden?
I like how we laughed at the same time. Yep, harvested tea leaves myself, dried them, and tested different blends.
That's amazing. Who taught you all that?
Yeah, who did teach me all of that? Cleared my throat, a little nervous. My mom did. She was a doctor. Richard has an affinity for herbal home remedies too. Ah, that's nice. My mom isn't that good with home remedies. Our home remedies here was chicken noodle soup. And well, in my own home remedies, it's just I sleep. I feel sick, I sleep. I just go to sleep. Although when acid, if I'm too sick and I can't sleep, then I just stand up, and just wait for it to go away. Somehow that works. And I'd like have my laptop like be set on a high up place where I can set it. Yep, sleep. Just sleep. Sleep solves everything. Usually. Sometimes. Most of the time. You know, ginger for an upset stomach, honey for a sore throat, antibiotics for an infection. Yeah, we do have like some kind of antibiotic also. I mean, she does know some things like that too. My mom does. When I was a kid, I didn't know there was any difference. All I knew that whenever I was sick or hurt, my mom would whip out some drink or salad that made everything better. It was like witchcraft. Like, yeah, that too. She usually had medicine for me. She was really the one who taught me all about the plants, how to take care of them, how they can be used. Remembering my mother like this made my throat feel tight, brought a tear to my eye and a smile to my lips. It was the strangest feeling, totally bittersweet. Ah, yes, his mother is no longer. Speaking of that, a close friend of ours, his mother also is no longer, if you know what I mean. My mom, obviously, is fine. But I definitely... Oh, it looks like they got cocoa right over there. I definitely have been wanting to spend more time with my mom, just in case, you know, you never know what'll happen. I mean, she's, like, in great health. There's nothing wrong with her, so it should be fine, but yeah. Yeah. My voice softened.
Your mother sounds incredible. If she was a doctor, then she probably saved many lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, she and my father both helped save many people. Gathering the courage to continue talking about them, I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. They both died helping people until the bitter end. They tried to save as many lives as possible. I don't think I remember him saying how they, I don't like saying the word dead or died. Yeah, it's good, I agree. It's good to spend all the time you can together. Yes, definitely. Mother put her hand on top of mine. It was unusually warm. Probably as a result of her holding onto her tea mug. Not like that. That's probably not the reason. It's probably something else.
They left behind a wonderful person. And you should be proud of that fact.
It almost looks like I'm gonna make her cry. I don't know.
Lost them.
Yeah. Hearing her kind words nearly sent me to another wave of emotions, but I managed to hold them back. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna try and log on Genshin, see if there's any, if it's started. It would be a bad time for me to switch to Genshin though. Okay, it didn't work for me. Thanks. So, is it your turn again? I've told you about my parents and my dog, but you haven't told me anything about your family. Don't feel pressure to, though. I tried to make my voice sound light and teasing, but really I was serious. I wanted to know her. Her hand twitched, and for a second I was afraid she would take it away. But she didn't. She just stared at me, and the silence went on so long that I felt I had to feel it. Honestly, Mallory, why are you so secretive? Why can't you tell me what you were doing out in the rain that night? I just want to know what brought you to me. That did it. She pulled away and sank a little deeper into the couch, looking so sorrowful it hurt.
I'm scared to talk about it.
Why?
Just thinking about it hurts so much. And I'm afraid that if I say it out loud, I won't be able to take the pain.
Wait, how do you think it feels? He just said that he lost his parents. Not that just because I did it, you should do it too, but still. That's not. I imagine maybe something bad happened with someone that she cares about as well. Perhaps it's a similar situation to him. I noticed on Tower Fantasy, they get like a gun weapon, like you just go bam 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 bam. I saw be lemon juice in that also. I wonder what character uses that. Not that I particularly care to pull for them, but I think it's interesting. To play Tower Fantasy like a shooter game, something that we don't have in Genshin. But I don't really care for shooter games, so yeah. I understand. I understand, but if you share it with someone who cares about you, then they'll carry some of that pain too. You don't have to shoulder it alone. That someone is me, by the way, in case that wasn't obvious. She smiled softly.
I do want you to know me. To know about them. My family.
I feel like maybe with the virus going on, maybe that's how she lost her parents. I don't know if that's how he lost his parents as well, or what it was. I can't remember if he said it or not.
But I loved them so much.
Loved? Past tense? So that means, yeah, it's a similar situation.
It was just me, my mom, and my little sister. That was my bubble.
That was my bubble for a long time also. Currently it's just me and my mom, that's my bubble. Well, and sometimes her friend I'd said that lost his, you know? And, sometimes my mom's boyfriend, but he hasn't been here in over a month. And Purple comes here too. And Mandy is also always welcome here.
When we lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, we learned to do a lot with the little. Cooking nice meals out of subpar food, dressing up in old worn-out clothes, reenacting our favorite books when we couldn't read because the power was out again and there was no light.
Aww.
Our mom was a factory worker, so she had to go out every day to earn money for us so that we could at least survive. And when she started showing symptoms, we sent her home.
My mom also usually likes working in the factory. Either that or she does cleaning, like in hotels or something, or people's houses. That sucks though. My mom has yet to get the virus though. I've gotten it, but it's weird. She goes out way more than I do. I guess that's just my bad luck, I suppose. Luckily, it didn't affect me too much.
She kept telling us to stop coming in. We called for an ambulance already, but we were still on the waiting list. And what were we supposed to do? Leave her to die alone in her room?
Jeez. They had no ambulances, so there was a waiting list? I'm surprised that didn't happen with me when I needed an ambulance uh, in recent years. During the COVID. It wasn't COVID that was the reason. It was acid reflux.
Well, she did that.
And another reason too.
My sister was with her when it happened. I was out in the kitchen making us all something to eat. I can't even remember what it was.
Aw. A tear ran down Mallory's cheek.
By the time it was our turn for the ambulance to come, it was only to take away a body.
Aw, dang, yeah. Something similar did happen. Like, it wasn't related to COVID or anything, but it just happened so suddenly. It wasn't anywhere around us, but our... wait, is that Ruby he's got over there? No, I think that's somebody else. No, I think that is Ruby. Man, how many 5 stars does this person have? Oh, Ruby's so fun to play. So cute. Anyways, I talked about the story about my cousin a long time ago, earlier this year. But yeah, it was like so sudden that happened. One morning, and then suddenly he just... Anyways, yeah, relatable. Definitely relatable.
My sister and I, we didn't know what to do. How were we going to be able to buy food or pay for electricity?
What about having your sister?
We were at the mercy of companies already struggling to produce anything. Factories in the middle
so
of
sad.
shutdowns due to waves of sickness. And it just seemed hopeless.
I didn't realize I was on a fuels train. We're on a fuels train right now. Oh man, the Archon Quest is probably gonna do something similar with maybe not like this, but like it's gonna do something. Maybe nothing. It's not gonna be tragic, but it's just gonna be so shocking. I bet. At least I hope nothing tragic's gonna happen. Except maybe Scaramouche. Haha, we're gonna beat him up. We're not gonna kill him though. Considering there's drip marketing, he's going to be a character, so he's not going to be Signored. He's not going to be like Signora.
You know, we had learned about people living outside the cities.
That's how I would be too if I lost.
Living off the land instead of trying to survive the old way. We thought if that was real, maybe we should just leave the city behind. Somehow figure out a way to be like those people. Like you.
I nodded. For a long time I'd wondered why anyone had ever chose to stay in the cities. Ruby is so cute. Not me just keep getting distracted by Ruby over there. Oh, what is it with me lately and white-haired girls? Mallory is a character that I spent money to buy in the game, Crush. I actually spent money to buy this game as well. Because she was a limited character. Well, she's not limited. Was she a limited character? Yeah, she cost money to buy. Like $5, that's it. And if I had money, I probably would have spent money to try to get Ruby, but I got her for free. And Nahida I'm gonna spend so many wishes for as well. All the white-haired girls are so cute. Anyways, I like not standing out, but I also don't like being alone, to where I'd be in danger if something happened to me and I can't do anything about it. And I would need help. I would need someone. Eventually I realized that not everyone was lucky enough to have inherited an off-grid cabin, like I did. I couldn't imagine the impossibility of being started from scratch. Yeah. That's how it's happened with me. Like, and my mom, we had to live with a bunch of people. Uh, over the, we had to like keep moving from person's house to person house like so many times within like four years, and then we were staying with someone else, the friend that I said who lost his for 4 years, and then we finally got our own place. So it nearly took a whole decade for us to get back on our feet. So yeah, it sucks, but we're good now. For now. Luckily, my mom has a really nice uncle helping us out, and friends too. But yeah, I can't imagine starting from scratch again. We at least still have our stuff. Imagine starting from scratch with all of our stuff. That would be even worse. Mallory got the edges of her sweater so tightly she trembled.
About a week after our mom died, my sister gave me some laundry she just finished washing. She asked me to hang it out on the balcony to dry. And while I did that, she locked me outside. I thought it was a prank at first, but she wouldn't let me in, and I got upset.
Don't tell me she.
I was banging on the door, yelling at her through the glass to open up. She told me she couldn't because she was sick. She had started developing symptoms the night before, and she started.
Good, you're in a good place now. Yeah.
Finally, I begged her to open the door. She refused. She said there was no safe way for us to stay together. Our mother's attempts to protect us hadn't worked. So my sister decided to take drastic action while she could.
Aww. My heart sank like a stone with every word she spoke. Yeah, me too. She locked you out to save you. Molly nodded slowly.
We both cried, looking at each other from opposite sides of the glass. She begged me to go. So I did.
And that's what brought you to me, huh?
I climbed down the fire escape and just started walking. I wandered along the river and through the suburbs
I might have said that a little bit prematurely.
I didn't have anywhere to go, so I just kept on going.
I feel like the music in the background's like the game's getting so quiet now. There we go. And the music got real quiet, so that's all you hear in the tap music. So I'm just gonna have the game music play. The video game, in the game music. And that's what brought you to me.
I was heading up the mountain, totally lost, and that's when I found this place.
Okay, and that's when fate brought you to me. Now you're here. I shook my head, completely at a loss for words. I never could have imagined that this was her tale. I kind of guessed it, but yeah. Even when she first came to me, bleeding and rain drenched, she'd been bright, kind, and helpful. Then I remembered the quiet little sobs I'd heard after turning my back, and the way she sometimes seemed so far away, and wanted to wrap her up in my arms and hold her so tight that no more grief could ever touch her. She turned and smiled through her tears, and I realized how good she was at putting on that brave, optimistic face.
I still think that maybe, somehow, my sister's okay.
Okay, so we don't know
Maybe she called for help, and they came in time.
if she's...
And found room for her in a hospital ward, and she's fighting right now to pull through.
Maybe we should check out the hospitals to see if she's there?
I wonder if this was fate all along.
That's exactly what I said too. Like, fate brought you to me.
And you taught me all these things. And we're all going to be just fine.
I sure hope so. Hope that's not like, jinxing it. Stunned by her words, I slid off the couch and knelt before her. Her body acted on its own. Relieved that she was safe here with me, I took her hands in mine to reassure her. I think you're right. I think it was fate. Because as much as you needed someone like me, I needed someone like you even more. I felt like I was drowning in her eyes. The rain was beating down outside, roaring louder as gusts of wind sent turrets crashing against the cabin. I felt this closeness with her, and I hungered for more. More talking, more banter, more laughter, more time, more touching, more everything. Not in a weird way. Not yet. Through the noise of the rain, I heard the pot of stew I'd left on the stove starting to bubble. I should check that. Mother wiped her tears as I got up and returned to the kitchen. The stew had thawed and heated through so nicely, especially considering that I had left it unattended so long. Imagine how awkward it would have been to serve her burnt food after all that whole talk. I know, that's something I probably would have said too. Like, imagine. I brought Mallory a bowl. I brought Mallory a bowl. She thanked me. We sat and ate and talked a little, the conversation growing lighter as the cabin darkened. The storm kept on and on outside, and soon rolling claps of thunder were shaking the sky. Mallory's face grew paler as the noise grew. She set her empty bowl aside and shifted uncomfortably, eyes glistening.
It's gotten pretty late. I guess we should go to sleep.
Probably. Are you okay?
Oh, totally. I just feel a little on edge during storms, that's all. No big deal. It's really fine.
Okay. Well, there's a crank flashlight on the desk over by the door if you feel like you need some backup light. I always have my light on when it's dark and when I'm trying to sleep. There's one specific reason for that other than me not liking the dark, but yeah, I don't really like the dark. And I also need noise. I need some sound on. So I also have my movies playing on. So it's a bit. It runs up electricity just a little bit though. I just saw that there's board games on the side there by the fireplace. I was trying to read if any of them looked familiar, but they're probably just all made up names. And honestly, can't even tell if it's English. Good night, Mallory. I climbed upstairs, got undressed, and crawled into bed. And I stared into the ceiling as rain pounded the window beside me, wind howling down over the mountain ridge. Wait, got undressed? I hope you at least got like boxers on, right? I don't get why people take their clothes off when they go to sleep. It just feels so weird to me. Like, I get it if you're about to do something, you know, but if you're like, if someone's like living with you, what if they roll up the covers not realizing? That'd be super awkward. Tacos! Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm playing this game called Cabin Fever right now while we wait for Genshin. There's only like less than an hour left. Because I'm sure it won't take that whole hour. How you doing? We just went through like a very emotional scene. I thought about everything Mallory had told me. And everything that had happened between us over the past few days. I turned off the light. And I see that's something I wouldn't do. I need light. Yep, so many feels. Feels bad, man. Slowly, I drifted towards sleep. Less and less aware of the flashes of lightning and booming thunder. Slowly drifting away. Slowly drifting to sleep. My mind is drifting away. I love that song Lily Peachy sang. I started to dream without fully realizing it. Imagining that my old house cat, Fidget, had crawled onto the bed with me. Imagining that my bed was floating on ocean waves. You sure that's not Mallory coming to stop next to me. A crack of thunder louder than the rest, and a squeal coming from somewhere close. Very close woke me. Yeah, it's probably Mallory. I keep almost wanting to say Neela for some reason. Yeah, it's Mallory. Mallory peeked at me from beneath my own blankets. Mallory, are you scared of storms? Aww. For a moment I thought it was a dream, but no, I could feel her there beside me, trembling. Is she laying next to me or on top? I can't tell.
I'm sorry. I lied and I'm not fine. I don't like thunder. I just get so scared. I can't help it.
Aww. See, I never really had it. I was never really scared of like lightning and thunder. I mean, if it like hits like right by me, yeah, I'm gonna get scared. But otherwise, it's not that scary to me. Although I have worried that it might. Wait, what the? Tower Fantasy 2D? What the? What is that? Oh my god, Tower Fantasy looks so fun as a 2D game. The person's stream that I'm watching, that has a countdown, they're playing Tower Fantasy. Okay, I shouldn't be distracted by that. But now I'm curious of what that is. Is that like an event, or... Maybe it's one of those... I don't know, I have to see what he did. I have to see where he found this. Or how he did this. It's like a platforming game. It's so cool. The tremors in her voice were even worse than in her body. I suspected the storm had made her a little uneasy, but I had no idea she'd be fighting down this much terror. Oh wow? Yeah. I sat up, reaching for her, my only instinct to comfort and protect. That's when I remembered I was in my underwear. Maybe she wouldn't notice. Okay, so yeah, he's in his underwear. See, this is what I mean. Why would... Don't keep your clothes on if there's somebody else here. It's okay, it's only noise. It'll be over soon. She nuzzled into me, sniffling. Her face was red. Moisture glistened on her face, her chest. She was sweating and crying, and her heart pounded so hard I could feel it through the mattress. I don't
want to sleep alone tonight.
The way she said that kind of reminded me of, like, ReZero. There's this, in this, the Memory Snow OVA. They always talk about, like, people being drunk, and Roswell said, it's like, Sumeru, are you the kind who gets plastered and says, I don't want to go home tonight? And said it a very, voice like that, but not in, like, a scared voice like she just did. But it was funny. But Sumeru doesn't drink, and neither do I. Okay, it's okay. A little close for comfort, because we're in a epidemic right now in the game, and IRL. I stopped short in disbelief of how much my mindset had changed. How had I gone from refusing to be anywhere near her to this? She was in my bed, and we were breathing each other's air, and I hadn't even checked her temperature.
I want to stay with you.
Well, I want to stay with you also. Hi, Pia Love. Welcome to the stream. Playing in a game until Genshin updates, which should be anytime soon. Let me just check real quick. She whispered this, touching my hand, her eyes pleading with me. Still in maintenance, got it. What an awkward situation I would come into the stream on, though. The following till sleep when I don't want to do math. There's a counter right in the corner of the screen. 55 minutes, maybe less. But welcome on in, Lazy. She was so beautiful. All I wanted to do in that moment was kiss her. Aww. Good morning. Good morning to you. I mean, it's nighttime for me, but yes, good morning to you. You're a lifesaver. Hey, I'm glad to help. Yeah, I'm glad I have that in the corner there. That's one reason why I wanted to play this game, because it's easier to have that in the corner. because I have a specific browser on this computer where that I don't have on the other computer. I mean, I could get it, but that was a lot of effort that I didn't feel like doing. And I wanted to play this and not Tower Fantasy, even though I'm like watching the Tower Fantasy instead of. Okay. Anyways. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Don't make me choose. Don't make me choose. I, I, it's, I don't, uh, oh no. Oh, I feel like something bad will happen if this pandemic, I feel like something really bad's gonna happen. I'm really, I'm really, I want to show her how I feel. How this character feels. How I, how quote unquote I feel. But, I think it might be too soon, but it's too soon. It's too soon. I think it's too soon. But, mm, what do you guys think? What do you guys think I should do? I mean, most of you probably don't know, it's never too soon. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm torn. You say it's too soon? Uh, hmm. You say do it? Oh, it's like that, sound alert. Do it. No purple. Oh, we got mixed, opinions here now. Sorry, purple, I trust Mandy more. I decided not to move, too afraid of ruining this already perfect moment. She had come to me for safety and comfort, and I wanted to give that to her. I'm gonna regret not doing it, am I? I'm not gonna have another chance. I've made that mistake before in the past, and, regretted it. But I feel like it's not gonna happen here too, right? Of course you can stay. Get comfortable, okay? She shifted closer to me, resting her head on the pillow next to mine. Okay, well that's, much better rather than looking like she's on top. She sniffled, giving me a soft smile as I stroked her hair. She's so cute.
Thank you for everything.
You're welcome.
You make me feel so safe.
You do too, except that there was a virus and I hope that you don't end up getting it. I watched Molly's eyes fall shut. Her breathing became deep and slow, and I thought she'd fallen asleep. That little smile never faded. Yeah. I kept stroking her hair. It felt so soft between my fingers. I was hypnotized. How had I lived alone for so long? How had I not known what I was missing? As the storm gradually retreated and the night grew darker and quieter, I struggled to keep my eyes open. I was a little afraid that if I let myself fall asleep, I'd wake up to find this was all just a dream. But eventually I fell asleep anyways. Imagine if this was a dream. If this was a dream, I'd be fine with it being a samsara that never ended. Integration? Integration. I was reading that as like interrogation. I'm like, wait, what? The next morning, I woke to the sound of rain softly pelting the windows. The storm had passed, leaving only a damp, drizzly day behind. I kept my eyes closed and listened. I could hear the faint sound of the rain dripping from the downspout along the house. I stretched out my arms. The bed around me was empty and cold. Marla was gone, but I knew she had been there, because I could still feel her on my skin. Oh, thanks, Mandy, for the hydrate. Kind of want to check Genshin again real quick. The cabinet felt extra chilly. I got out of bed and dressed up warm, pulling on a pair of worn-out slippers. I made my way downstairs. Okay, there's music. Okay, still in maintenance. Nope. Oh, look, they're checking as well. Headphones, please. It's yanking. It's trying to yank out of my ear. There we go. It got caught around my foot. Right away, I spotted Mallory in the kitchen, and I felt my face break into a smile. I know that feel. Anytime I hear girls' voices I like, or even see them, I just immediately start smiling. It's how I was when I pulled Ruby in Tower Fantasy. It's not even that if I like them like a crush or anything. It's just if I find them really adorable or they're so cute that I just can't help but smile. Like Nahida. And Ruby and Mallory and Hu Tao and Kokomi and Sucrose when they're in cutscenes. And when they say things that are cute. And Yunjin. So many waifus. She had a bucket of a bunch of rags out and seemed to be cleaning quite furiously with a cloth and a spray bottle. Good morning. She startled upright, fumbling and dropping the spray bottle. Clattered on the floor at her feet. Oh, I scared her.
You scared me.
Sorry about that. Yep, so many waifus. Sorry, I guess these slippers add +1 to my sneak ability. I know, right? Like, I walk so quietly. Earlier I was talking about this also in her stream. I don't know if she's still here lurking or what, but yeah, I walk so quietly. People get scared when I walk in the room. Mallory bent to pick up the bottle. When she stood back up, I noticed how red her cheeks were, and how red her face looked almost sickly pale. That's not a good sign. Yeah, they'll only, like, notice that I'm in the room, like, if I open up the fridge or open up something that makes noise. But, stepping? Nope. Not even on a hard floor. I don't make no noise. Unless I have shoes on, maybe you'd hear a little bit of noise, but I don't usually have shoes on. Man, I haven't put shoes on in so long. I never leave the house. Are you feeling okay? She quickly averted her gaze.
I'm fine. I just got dizzy from standing up so quickly.
Ah, well, you weren't standing? Huh? I didn't think I really believed her. She was feeling awkward, maybe even hiding something. Had I done something to make her uncomfortable? I don't think it was something that I did. I looked around at the sparkling kitchen, the cabinets, appliances, and dishes all gleaming like new. You must have woken up really early to get this much work done. Did you get enough sleep?
What's that? Oh, yes I did.
That's good. I don't know if I believe that, but... did her face soften and her tone turn sincere?
I think last night was the best sleep I've ever had.
Oh, that's... yeah, I bet. Sleeping next to me. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see what they did to get into that 2D game. I'll have to ask Sensei B. Lemons later. TOF Sensei. Because he knows so much. I learned so much from him. My heart flooded with acknowledgement, with memory of falling asleep with her in my arms. Sorry, I was looking at the Tower Fantasy. And then I had to make sure if I read this already. Yeah, I hope she's fine too. I'm a little suspicious. Kinda sus, not gonna lie. Good, I agree. She nodded and turned back to finish up her chores in the kitchen. I decided to check in with work stuff, so I booted up my computer. There were only a handful of emails needing attention. I handled those and glanced through my work deadlines, making sure I was still on track with each of my freelance jobs. Freelance jobs. It's like the guy at Sumeru. He's like, it's called being a freelancer. You guys just don't understand. That's what that one NPC dude says randomly. And hydrate. For some reason, I wasn't finding it easy to focus. I kept glancing out the window, then zoning out as I watched the dribbling rain. It really showed no signs of stopping. I noticed an empty glass I left on the table outside was filled to the brim with rainwater. The soaked wooden planks of the deck looked dark like caramel. I thought about the coming winter. I had to show Mallory how to protect the garden and the hens and the bees when the colder weather came. And then there were all the fun things we could do together. I wonder if she'd ever gone tobogganing before? What does that mean? Does anyone know what that means? Because I don't. Or had a bonfire out in the snow. If I could find somewhere online to buy marshmallows and order them right away, they might get chopped off sometime in the winter. Oh man, I haven't had marshmallows in so long. I wonder if... Wait. What are they doing? I was gonna say, I wonder if I could actually have marshmallows and my acid reflux wouldn't. Because I could have some sweet things. Like, I've ate Fruity Pebbles. And I've ate some, like, snacks like Twinkies and Zingers. And I've been fine. I could tell it bothered me just ever so slightly. But that's why I only ate one. I already read that. Then there came a sudden clatter and thud from the kitchen. I jumped, nearly knocking my coffee mug off the desk. Oh, the music stopped. I don't like that. Mallory? She didn't answer. I stood up quickly, walking over to see what happened. My throat tightened when I looked past the counter. Mallory laid sprawled on the floor, cheeks red and beads of sweat gleaming on her forehead. Her eyes were closed, her head gently lolling to the side. Mallory! I rushed to her side, dropping to my knees and propping her up in my arms. The touch of her skin warmed my hands. She was burning up. Oh no. A groan left her lips, and her eyes fluttered open. Mallory, are you okay? Mallory?
There. Why are we on the floor?
I'm not on the floor, you're on the floor. Her gaze seemed to drift past me, as though she was having a hard time focusing. You must have fainted. I knew something was right. Wasn't right. Why didn't you tell me?
I'm fine. It was just a sudden dizzy spell. I haven't eaten breakfast. That's probably it.
Did you not? Maybe you didn't sleep well, but you're burning up. But I could feel her body starting to tremble. Her skin felt fever hot. And yet there were goosebumps on her arms and legs. So her body's cold, but her... Oh no. I know that feeling. All too well. Shit. My only instinct now is to make sure she was okay. I lifted her up to the floor.
Oh my, what are you doing? Put me down!
I quickly carried her over to the couch and put her down there, covered in blankets and tucked her in tightly, my face set with grim determination. I brushed her hair back to feel her forward and ignored the anxious way my stomach clenched. I darted back to the kitchen, grabbed the temperature scanner from the drawer, and returned to Mallory's side.
Honestly, I'm fine. I probably just overworked myself.
Oh no, this is sounding all too familiar. Not buying it. Oh my, even the animation she just did is familiar. I'm gonna explain what I mean by that here soon, but yeah. I held the scanner. It seemed to take forever, and it's come with reading, and when it did, my heart sank. You definitely have a fever. Mallory seemed to shrink under the blankets. Seeing her like this, looking so helpless and uncertain, made my heart feel like it was being painfully squeezed. Is it your leg? Let me look at it. Maybe you've developed an infection. When did you start feeling sick? This morning? We can get your temperature under control with some aspirin, no worries, and then we'll go from there. I didn't know it when I started to pace, but there I was, heading this way and that, making my way over to the kitchen to search for whatever it was that could help her. Yeah, this is definitely not good. I filled a glass with water and reached up into my cupboards for the aspirin bottle, grateful to have it kept a supply. Except it wasn't there. Where was it? Had I misplaced it? Maybe Mallory had put it away somewhere else by mistake. I brought her the glass of water away and used a damp cloth to cool her forehead. Oh no, I hate it when I don't have, like, pills to, like, headache pills. Currently, I seem to be good. I just had to check my stock to make sure I'm good as well. Though my headaches don't come from any, like, virus. It's just, I get headaches sometimes. It's likely epilepsy related. Or, if I, like, look at screens too long. Though I look at screens all day, and it doesn't happen every day. Oh, it's also probably if I stress myself too much. So let's try not to stress myself too much from this. Speaking of... Why is this not, it's paused. This is paused. Let me try to pause and restart it. Okay, there we go. Ruby's moving again, yay. That's what I always use also. I use like a wash rag to put on my face if the pills aren't working good enough. And then I lay down. You what? Shh, just relax, let me take care of you for a minute, okay? She opened her mouth to argue probably, but backed down when she saw the look in my eyes. I moved to her feet, pushed back the blanket to expose their injured leg, and carefully unwrapped the gauze and peeled back the bandage to see what was going on. Bet it's fully healed. I bet it's fully healed. There was bruising around the wound, and it was still a bit swollen, but then it only been a few days. Okay, it's fine. The healing process for something like this wouldn't take weeks. It would take weeks. I should be keeping a close eye on this. I shook my head. Drink your water, okay? And you should have something to eat. What would you like? I hope it's just related to that and not the virus.
I just feel a bit tired.
Aw.
I'm sure I'll feel good as new if I just have a little nap.
That's how I usually feel as well. Usually it works. Not always, but usually. Oh, ow, fall damage. I saw that. Take care of your ruby, sir. Or madam. Sir, madam. I don't think they meant to fall down there. Poor Ruby. That happened with my... And I ended up KOing because the level's too high for me, and my stuff not leveled up to date. I mean, my weapons are, but like the mattresses are. I just checked that and it wasn't. Yeah. It's just what the artifacts, whatever they're actually called in Tower Fantasy. I let our concerns aside, but agreed. After tucking her in a little tighter, I crossed back into the kitchen and stood there aimlessly for a minute or two. I didn't know what to do. Make her a pot of soup, said my brain. Yeah, chicken noodle soup. Good idea, brain, I thought. Carrots, onions, celery, potatoes. Potatoes? Oh no, of course I don't have potatoes. I muttered to myself as I searched my kitchen for ingredients and began roughly chopping what I had. There was some rice in the pantry, I knew, and some peas in the freezer. Soon I was tipping my soup ingredients into a pot with a shower of salt and dried parsley. I covered all of it with a stock I made from chicken bones and veg scraps, then set it to simmer. So it's like homemade chicken noodle soup. Well, without noodles. Oh, so it's like vegetable soup, I guess. When I crept back over to check on Mallory, I found her deadly asleep. Don't say it like that. I exchanged her damp cloth on her forehead and piled more blankets around her, then just sat and watched her, feeling dismayed. Deep down, I knew what this could be, but I didn't want to think about that. And if I did have to think about it, I didn't want to believe it. And if I have every reason to believe it... No. I stood up and returned to the kitchen. Gave the bubbling soup a stir, and remembered the aspirin. I started searching for it again, checking each of the drawers and cabinets. I searched in the bathroom and in the living room, getting down to my knees to see if I had a drawer beneath some furniture. That's when I spotted it, hidden beneath the couch where Mallory was resting. She got it. She got it at some point. I reached under the couch and grabbed the bottle. A feeling of much dread began to form within me. Oh yeah, exactly. Already I could tell by the weight of the bottle and the silence as I turned it, but it was hard to see to believe it. I popped the cap and looked inside. The bottle was empty. At least 20, maybe 30 tablets gone in less than a week. Oh no. Oh no, this whole time. Oh no, I was worried about this the whole time. She's been holding her fever back this whole time. That's kind of how it is with my acid reflux. Like, if I stop taking my pills, my symptoms will be so much worse. And I'll be sick again. If I stop taking my pills, let me just make sure I took my pills today. I did, and there's still plenty of time until I need to take them again. Sorry if that was a little bit loud. I looked up at Mallory's sleeping face. I jumped out a loud thwack on the window. Irrationally, I wondered if someone had thrown a rock. It's more likely that a bird had flown into the glass, especially considering how clean it had been, since Mallory came to say. Yeah, this isn't good, oh no. I went to the window and checked it up. Sure enough, a large blackbird lay dead on the porch. It appeared to have snapped its neck when it hit the window. Oh no! Mallory would hate to see that. I glanced back at her, a little worried that I'd wake her up by talking to myself, but even the loud noise of the bird hitting the window hadn't caused her to stir. In that moment, I realized I was still clutching the empty aspirin bottle. I looked down at it. She must have been taking them in secret. But why? For the pain in her leg? Or for some other ailment? I would assume the leg. Maybe it was the pain in her leg at first, and then an overwhelming sense of frustration rushed over me in that moment, and without thinking, my hand squeezed the bottle so tightly that it broke. I threw the broken bottle in the trash and stormed outside to deal with the dead bird's body. That actually... I don't know if it's because it's cold in here, but I just got chills. Let me turn the heat on. I don't like the cold. That was my phone. It fell. Phone, stop falling, please. Yeah. This is not good. Let me... But now that it seems that it's like this, let me actually show something. Where's it at? Where's it at? There it is. You won't be able to see it, but you can hear it. Because it's on my phone. I'm waiting for it to load. I was on 5 days? Yeah, the current banner character I haven't really cared to... Oh, the banner's about to change. Interesting. I feel like this is a rerun also. Anyways. This way. She's this way. This is another game I play, Crush Crush. The music's a little bit low. I don't know how loud the voice is.
I don't know if I trust that girl. I don't mean to be judgmental, but what's that red stuff all over her hands? Isn't that unsanitary?
She's talking about Ayano. Ayano from Yandere Simulator is in this game. I had been on Ayano's screen before this. When you switch, like, off Ayano, Yandere Simulator girl, other characters, if I switch them, they'll react to it. And vice versa. Anyways, that's not what I meant to show. Let me, as you can tell, that was Mallory that just spoke. Mallory is in Crush Crush, this game that I play.
I must have overdone it today. My whole body feels
Since she was saying this kind of stuff in the game, in this game, I was like already feeling like, oh wait, is that how the actual game's gonna end up? Oh no, I didn't want to say anything, and I wanted to hope maybe it'd be different. So that game kind of spoiled me a little bit. So I've, um, although the game's called Cabin Fever, so I kind of suspected that anyways, that something would go bad. In fact, I think even before I was playing, got that part in there. Oh, you'll play out loud, but you won't play in headphones. Gotcha. I see how you are. In certain headphones at least. It wasn't even until the mother woke up, she started coughing right away and sat up, clutching the blankets close to herself.
What time is it?
She says other lines too in that other game. Don't get up, at least not so fast. Let me help you. Anyways, Genshin? Not that I want to go to Genshin now, but preparing to load data? Ayo? Hold on, Genshin might be ready now. And also this froze, so I wonder if they're also on Genshin. No, they haven't realized it yet. Genshin is up now. I'm gonna like get to a conclusion of this scene real quick though. And plus I have to get there on my PS4 also, because that's my laptop that I've been checking. That's not what your body wanted. I'm glad you got some rest. Anyway, it was clearly much needed. Oh, let me make sure this controller is plugged in. Wait, under maintenance. It let me log in, but it says it's under maintenance. Because it did the like it showed the door. It wasn't doing that before. Haha, that rhymed. Okay, so maybe Getcher's not ready. I'm trying again just in case. Okay, it's still under maintenance. But it's probably almost ready. Good, because I'm not quite ready to start to go to Genshin yet. Which I'll have to switch, well, I'll show my Asia account before I switch, like, start a new stream. Speaking of which, I can't see my uptime for my stream, so Purple, you want to do that? I need to know if it's getting up to 3 hours yet. It shouldn't be, because I started when this guy's timer was at 2 hours. So, and uptime command would be... Thank you, Purple. Okay, so I'm not anywhere near, as I thought. Let me see if it works on PS4, though. No, it also did the same error. So it's not ready. But I imagine maybe within the next 10 minutes it will be. So I told her not to move yet. She bundled other blankets around her and made her way over to the kitchen. Hi. You shouldn't move around too much. She leaned against the support beam. Her cheeks were still red, and her eyelids looked heavy. Her eyelids are heavy, knees weak, arms heavy, mom's spaghetti. There's a virus probably in her already. Oh no. The way she wrapped the blanket around herself made her resemble a colorful turtle. A colorful turtle with her long slender arms poking out to hold onto the beam. How do you feel?
My muscles are a bit achy, but I don't feel cold anymore. I think all the blankets you piled on top of me helped.
I'm glad. I nodded and turned my attention back to the stove. I wanted to ask about the aspirin, but I was nervous.
Wait, are you cooking?
Yes. She took a step towards me, trying to peer into the pot, then wobbled and had returned to the support beam. It looked as if she barely had any strength to stand. I bit my tongue, not wanting to be overbearing. I'd get her to sit back down by offering her some food. I am. It's ready to eat now. Go have a seat and I'll bring you a bowl. I seriously need to put a mask on while I'm near her now. I don't know if it matters anymore, but I half expected her to argue, but to insist that she should get her own bowl, that I should sit while she served me. What? That I should sit while she served me. Instead, I should just backed away. She was going to insist that, of course. But instead, she backed away and went to sit at the table.
It looks really good. Thank you for making it.
Mm-hmm, of course. This keeps freezing. Let me just... The way the character looked like that, it looked like they was about to do Nahida's like skill, where you can like do a camera angle. Does Ruby have like a similar power, or maybe just a similar? Tower Fantasy in general probably just has a similar thing. Cause when you aim, it kind of looks like that. I guess what Nahida's thing kind of just looks like what bow wielders look like when they aim. She laughed half-heartedly.
I look forward to seeing what you're capable of, Cooking Senpai.
Aww. Thanks, Mara. You're so cute. She folded her blanket neatly over the chair beside her, then placed her arms on the table to form a pillow for her head. She sat with her head down until I set a bowl of soup beside her.
Oh, that looks so wonderful.
I'd like to say you look so wonderful, but like appearance-wise you do, but health-wise maybe not. Okay. Okay, they just checked it again too. Oh, okay. Huh, interesting. It's giving them a different error. Like, it's letting me log in, but it's still giving me an error after I try to start the game. She leaned out over the steaming bowl with her eyes closed, holding back her hair as she breathed in slowly. I used lots of spices. They make all the difference in flavoring a dish. Is that good when somebody's, like, not feeling the best? Wait. Hey, yo. I don't see an error. I bet. I don't eat much spices when eating food. I just have salt and soy sauce. Wait, Genshin is starting. Hold on. It's loading. The loading screen has happened. I gave her a little wink. Could she smell? After the scene, I'm gonna switch to Genshin. Bon appetit? Yep, after we eat. Oh no. We would both raise steaming pots of spoonfuls of soup, blowing on them softly. Only Mallory's exhaustion turned raspy hitched and she started to cough. Oh, it started. Genshin's there. Oh, Nahida's on the banner! Oh my god, Nahida! I just got so excited, sorry. Oh, the Archon quest just popped up on my PS4 now. We'll get to that in a minute, though.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, Mallory. Too spicy?
No, I can't. I don't know why.
Oh, Mallory. I'm gonna try to best to stifle the coughs with little success. Oh, wait, is the Wi-Fi messing up? Wi-Fi, please don't go down when I'm... Wi-Fi? Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. The Wi-Fi is also disconnecting. Oh, no. The Wi-Fi also disconnected on... Oh, no. Did the stream end? Don't... I swear, if we lose Wi-Fi, the moment Nahida's banner comes, that would suck. I mean, the Wi-Fi still looks like it's working over here. I can't tell if stream is still on, and I can't see chat either. So I have no way to tell if, let me go to, let me go to this screen. But actually, let me go just make sure it's... Okay, it doesn't say I'm not live. Let's just go here. I'll just have the screen be there because I want to check. I want to check the Twitch chat to see if I want to check my laptop. I'm talking still just in case I am live. Okay, Twitch is loading. So that doesn't mean... That means the Wi-Fi is here. So my PS4 is still connected as well though. So it's like only some things are losing Wi-Fi. Wait, hold on. Is this muted? Is it muted up? Oh, I should... So if I see this screen that's on my laptop, then that means my laptop is the only thing that has Wi-Fi right now. And my phones don't. Oh, I see it. Oh, but it might be buffering. It looks like it's buffering. Maybe that's how long it's taken to load in. Yeah, it's definitely buffering. Let me just type. Oh, wait, the keyboard's on stream. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Come on. Let me type. Either this laptop's being slow or the stream's lagging. I can't tell. I'm saying this in chat just in case. Is it gonna let me send it? It hasn't sent yet. Oh, there it is. So if you see that,